GMNA uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening, Wildwood. Tonight we'll hear how the county is stepping up to fund half the restoration of the historic WWII Lookout Tower, get the Sunday beach weather and surf outlook, and recap a swift lifeguard rescue off our shore. Traffic's clear. Over to you, Jake.
The battle at the beach MMA tournament kicks off today on the boardwalk, featuring 8 local fighters across 3 weight classes.
Tickets are $25 for general admission, with a $10 discount for seniors and students presenting valid ID, available at the boardwalk kiosk.
The event begins at noon Saturday with a halftime break at 2 o'clock, and local food trucks will serve tacos, lobster rolls, and shaved ice.
The tournament runs through Sunday evening, awarding a trophy to the champion and donating proceeds to the Wildwood Youth Center. Lots to get to, let's begin. Good evening, Wildwood. Cape May County will fund 50% of restoration costs for the World War II-era Lookout Tower at Sunset Beach, preserving the historic landmark and boosting tourism. Vince Petrosino has the full story.
County officials are moving forward with a plan to cover half the cost of repairs to the World War II-era Lookout Tower at Sunset Beach. The proposal, still in the funding process, would allocate 50% of the estimated budget to stabilize the concrete structure, replace corroded steel supports, and restore the original observation platform. Engineers have already surveyed the tower, noting weather-related where that threatens its stability. Preservation advocates say the tower's view of the shoreline is a key draw for visitors, and the county hopes the investment will keep the landmark open for public use. The project is slated to begin later this year, pending final approval. Vince Petrosino, GMNA News, Sunset Beach.
The latest beach weather and surf outlook from NJ 100.5 predicts a bright day along the Jersey shoreline, including Wildwood. Listeners can expect clear, sunny skies throughout today, with temperatures climbing into the mid-70s and gentle breezes off the Atlantic. Wave heights are forecast at moderate levels, roughly 3 to 4 feet, ideal for casual surfers and families playing near the boardwalk. The bulletin notes that water temperatures will remain comfortable, making it a perfect setting for swimming, paddle boarding, or a stroll along the sand. For those planning picnics or volleyball matches, the forecast calls for light cloud cover only in the late afternoon, and no rain is expected. NJ 100.5 encourages beachgoers to bring sunscreen and stay hydrated while they enjoy the pleasant conditions slated for today.
The Cape May County Zoo has opened its doors to the community with a naming contest for a newborn Grant zebra foal. Voting kicked off on Friday and remains open, letting visitors and online supporters pick the animal's new identity. The zoo narrowed the choices to 3 finalists, Gloria, Gemma, and Tara. Each name reflects a different facet of the foal's spirit, and the public's vote will decide which one sticks. Proceeds from the contest help fund the zoo's conservation and education programs, turning a simple name into a boost for local wildlife efforts. Zoo staff say the excitement around the contest brings families back to the park, and the final tally will be announced once voting closes later this month. The initiative aims to engage the public while raising essential funds for new habitat projects and animal care.
The city of Wildwood announced new milestones for the Back Bay redevelopment, moving forward with mixed-use plans and expanded shoreline access to revitalize the waterfront. Vince Petrosino has the full story.
Concrete foundations are already going in along the waterfront as city officials roll out the next phase of the Back Bay redevelopment. The city announced the updates on August 1, 2026 at a press briefing, and the mayor outlined a series-long plan to transform the shoreline into a network of parks, promenades, and mixed-use towers that will host retail, housing, and office space. Workers are installing new utility corridors, while crews begin shaping the new public boardwalk that will link existing trails to the new river access points. Officials say the project will open the water's edge to pedestrians for the first time in decades, adding bike lanes and seating. Officials expect first residential units to be ready by late next year. Vince Petrosino, GMNA News, Back Bay.
Electric Volvo trams are now gliding along the historic Wildwoods boardwalk. linking Wildwood Crest, and North Wildwood with a cleaner ride. The Wildwoods Boardwalk Authority partnered with Volvo to replace aging diesel units with a fleet of electric vehicles. The rollout began in May 2026, and the new trams have been in service ever since, running daily for tourists and locals alike. Officials say the shift to electric power will cut emissions and help preserve the iconic boardwalk experience. Riders notice quieter operation and smoother acceleration, while the boardwalk's classic charm remains untouched. Each vehicle travels the full length of the three-town boardwalk, offering a seamless connection from Wildwood through Wildwood Crest to North Wildwood. The authority plans to continue expanding the electric fleet as demand grows, keeping the seaside promenade both nostalgic and environmentally friendly. Later we'll hear how Wildwood businesses are thriving this summer and a quick look at a lifeguard rescue. We will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Good evenings, Wildwoods. Wildwood's summer momentum is keeping local shops, eateries, and attractions bustling. Since the early days of July, owners report a steady rise in sales and foot traffic that followed the holiday weekend. The surge ties directly to the influx of tourists drawn to the boardwalk, beaches, and summer festivals. Small retailers say they're seeing lines out the door, while restaurants note tables filling faster than they did in the spring. Even the amusement spots report longer wait times as families extend their stays. Business owners credit the warm weather and promotional events for the lift, and city officials note the trend is bolstering the local economy as the season progresses. With visitors still arriving daily, the economic upswing looks set to continue through the peak summer months. Local chambers say the positive outlook encourages new vendors to set up shop.
Wildwood lifeguards executed a rapid ocean rescue Sunday, August 2, 2026, saving a swimmer off 5 Mile Beach. No injuries reported as safety measures remain paramount. Vince Petrosino has the full story.
Just off the sand-lined stretch of Wildwood Beach, a lone swimmer was swept by a sudden riptide, prompting an immediate response from the station lifeguard team. The incident occurred on Sunday, August 2, 2026. Within moments, the lead lifeguard dove in, swimming out to the distressed swimmer while 2 colleagues kept a watchful eye from the shoreline. The rescue was captured on video, showing the swift coordination as the lifeguard secured the swimmer's arm and guided them back toward the surf line. By the time the rescue boat arrived, the pair were already on solid ground, and medical personnel confirmed there were no injuries. The quick action underscores the crew's ongoing commitment to keeping beachgoers safe. Vince Petrosino, GMNA News, Wildwood.
Wildwood is rolling out a year-long celebration of America's 250th anniversary. City officials have turned downtown streets into a showcase of flags, while museums and community centers host historical exhibits that trace the nation's journey from colonial days to the present. The program, scheduled to run through the rest of the year, features daily flag raisings, guided tour of local landmarks, and interactive workshops for families. Organizers say the festivities aim to honor national history and boost community pride, giving residents a chance to connect with the stories that shaped the country. Visitors can expect live music, period reenactments, and special lectures at the town hall. As the celebrations continue, Wildwood hopes the blend of education and festivity will bring neighbors together and highlight the town's role in the broader American narrative.
Police halted a planned beach pop-up party on Wildwood Beach yesterday after spotting the event on social media. Officers from the Wildwood Police Department moved in before any crowd arrived, shutting down a video shoot gathering that lacked permits. The swift action prevented an unauthorized assembly and kept the shoreline open to regular visitors. The party had been promoted as a sunset recording for a popular online creator, with posts showing a makeshift stage near the boardwalk. Investigators said a tip from a vigilant user triggered the response. No arrests were made, and police thanked beachgoers for staying clear while officers secured the area. Surveillance footage showed the crew setting up equipment around 3 p.m., prompting officers to arrive before 4 p.m. The department reiterated its policy that any organized gathering on public beaches requires a permit, especially during the summer season. After the shutdown, the beach stayed open for joggers.
Cape May Beach Patrol earned the Dutch Hoffman Lifeguard title Friday, recognizing Chief Harry Back's team for outstanding performance. The award highlights local dedication to beach safety. Vince Petrosino has the full story.
On a bright Friday afternoon, the Cape May Beach Patrol gathered on the sand as officials presented the Dutch Hoffman Lifeguard title, a distinction honoring top-tier life-saving performance. Chief Harry Back stepped forward, accepting the award on behalf of his crew and highlighting the long hours they spend scanning the surf and responding to emergencies. He noted that the team's rigorous training and constant vigilance have kept swimmers safe throughout the busy season. The ceremony drew onlookers from nearby boardwalk shops, and the patrol members posed beside the gleaming plaque before returning to their stations. The award marks another milestone for the community's coastal safety program. Vince Petrosino, GMNA News, Cape May.
Now let's turn to the forecast and see what tonight's skies have in store for us. A falling pressure ridge and a southwest jet are pulling a humid air mass into Wildwood tonight. The all-time high for August 2nd fell to 89 degrees in 2024, set during a late-season heat surge that pushed temperatures well above the seasonal norm. That summer heat wave was amplified by a strong south-southwest flow that lifted moisture and heat from the Gulf. The record low of 53 degrees was recorded in 2023, when an Arctic air mass slipped south behind a fast-moving cold front. That cold snap arrived with a sharp pressure drop and brought breezy, clear skies that night. For context, the climatological average high for today sits around 85 degrees with a low near 67. This year's high of 82 degrees sits a few degrees below normal, while tonight's low of 75 remains well above the record low. The live radar screen is completely clear, with no precipitation echoes across the region. A thin band of high-altitude clouds is drifting eastward, guided by the southwest jet at roughly 33 miles per hour. Those clouds are expected to brush the western suburbs in about an hour and should clear out well after midnight as the jet pushes the dry air aloft. With no rain signatures, the atmosphere remains stable as I turn to tonight's outlook. At 6 p.m. the temperature reads 79 degrees, humidity is 84%, and a gentle southeast breeze of 10 miles per hour, gusting up to 21, brushes the surface. Pressure is falling, indicating an unsettled system that will gradually deepen through the night. The southwest jet overhead is injecting modest mid-level moisture, but the lack of surface lift keeps skies mostly clear for now. UV index 8 reflects the lingering intensity of the sun even after sunset. Wind will peak at 17 miles per hour from the southeast, feeling noticeably breezy on exposed areas. No weather alerts are active, and precipitation is not expected through the evening. The overcast trend at 7 p.m. will linger briefly before the sky clears as the system moves east. Monday brings a high of 79 degrees and a low of 72 as a lingering cloud deck pushes a 25% chance of rain, driven by a weak trough sliding across the Central Plains. Tuesday stays in the mid-70s with another 25% rain chance as the trough deepens, pulling a cooler, moist air mass inland. Wednesday's high of 79 and low of 75 arrive with light rain and a 30% chance, as a shortwave disturbance rides the southwest jet and forces scattered showers. Thursday shifts to a high of 81 degrees and a low of 77 under mainly clear skies, as high pressure builds aloft and the jet lifts northward, drying the air. Friday rounds out the week with a high of 82 degrees and a low of 75, partly cloudy and dry, as the ridge solidifies and the pressure gradient eases. The pattern moves from a cool, wet early week to a warm, drier weekend, offering a clear contrast to today's lingering humidity. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on Amazon Music or wherever you get your podcasts. Coming up, we'll check today's traffic, preview the battle at the beach MMA showdown and the Eagles training camp updates. We will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches, no middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
All major routes through Wildwood are running clear this afternoon. US Route 1, Route 30, County Road 123, and the downtown loop show free flow with no delays. The only thing to watch is the usual post-lunch surge near the Riverfront Mall and the school zone on Oak Street as classes let out. Expect a light buildup on the expressway ramp to the interstate around 3 p.m., but travel times should stay under 10 minutes. The commuter rail and bus lines are operating on schedule, with the downtown shuttle making its regular 30-minute headway. If you're heading toward the harbor, the coastal road remains open and traffic is light. Cedar Avenue, the western connector, completed resurfacing overnight, offering smooth travel. A slight evening slowdown may appear near the highway interchange as crews finish lane markings. Overall, the network remains open and moving.
Battle at the Beach mixed martial arts tournament concludes on the boardwalk, serving up knockout action that's drawing fans from every corner of 5 Mile Beach. It's a chance to see hometown athletes go toe-to-toe in a sport that's rarely on the sand. The Boardwalk Craft Show rolls along the promenade where local makers display handmade treasures perfect for a seaside souvenir. These crafts make perfect gifts and support the boardwalk's creative spirit. Over at Fox Park Amphitheater, the summer concert series brings free live music tonight, a perfect soundtrack for a sunset stroll. The free concert turns the park into a gathering spot for families and friends as the sun dips. Looking ahead, National Night Out rolls out across Wildwood on August 4, and the Wildwood Tattoo Beach Bash will light up the beach from August 7 through 9, while Heart of Surfing kicks off on August 8 for surf fans and party goers alike. And now here's Luke with sports.
Eagles gear up at camp, injuries, new offense, and big offseason shifts. Day 3 of Eagles camp saw only 2 injuries, but left tackle Cameron Williams went down, raising concerns for the O-line depth chart. Coaches will lean on veterans while younger tackles vie for reps, making the early rotation a key storyline heading into preseason. Saturday's standard practice featured Byron Young, Zach Bond, Jalen Carter, and Ty Robinson stretching on the field. Their presence signals healthy competition at defensive end, linebacker, and safety spots, and gives coaches fresh looks as they fine-tune schemes before the first preseason game. The departure of A.J. Brown has left the Eagles' receiving core noticeably quieter, according to insiders. With Hurts still the focal point, the team now leans on emerging talent to fill the void, making the receiver battle a pivotal subplot this summer. Camp highlights a revitalized ground attack anchored by Saquon Barkley, offering a new dimension to Sean Mannion's offense. A stronger running game could ease pressure on Jalen Hurts, allowing him to exploit play action while the backfield battles for carries in the upcoming preseason. Dak Prescott's claim that the Cowboys boast the greatest offense underscores the challenge awaiting the Eagles' defense. Facing a high-octane unit will test the Eagles' pass rush and secondary, making the upcoming matchups a litmus test for their defensive adjustments. Wideout Devonta Smith praised Sean Mannion's scheme, saying the coordinator is doing a tremendous job. His endorsement signals confidence in the new system, and with Smith buying in, the Eagles' passing attack could click faster as preseason approaches.
St. George's Beach Outlet on the Wildwood Boardwalk has celebrated a summer boost. The family-run shop, known for colorful swimwear, sand toys, and boardwalk souvenirs, saw sales jump more than 55% during the 4th of July week. Owner Nancy Salib says the surge erased early season worries and gave her confidence to add a new storefront extension this month. That expansion not only adds fresh retail space, but also creates a few seasonal jobs for local teens. Neighbors often swing by for a quick snack or a souvenir for their kids, turning the outlet into a casual meeting point on the promenade. It's momentum that keeps the boardwalk humming and reminds us that a thriving little shop sustains Wildwood's summer spirit. Stay tuned for our look at the 5 county fairs opening across the state this week. We'll be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Good evenings, Wildwoods. 5 county fairs are opening across New Jersey this week, offering rides, food, agricultural exhibits, and local vendor exposure for families. Danielle Fior has the full story.
Across the Garden State, 5 county fairs have thrown open their gates for the week of August 2 through 8, 2026. In each community, midway rides spin beside classic fried treats, while local farms showcase livestock and produce in modest exhibition halls. Organizers say the lineup aims to give families a safe, low-cost way to enjoy summer evenings and to spotlight regional vendors looking for fresh customers. From cotton candy stalls in the north to antique tractor displays down south, the events promise a mix of nostalgia and new generation fun. Attendance numbers are expected to climb as schools close for summer, filling parking lots and boardwalks with eager crowds. Danielle Fior, GMNA News, Wildwood.
Quince rolls out a new organic cotton back-to-school collection, with tees, leggings, and sweatshirts priced from $15, now in New Jersey stores offering families affordable, sustainable options. Sean Mulvaney has the full story.
Quince rolls out a new back-to-school line made entirely of organic cotton, hitting New Jersey stores as families gear up for the 2026 school year. The collection features simple tees, stretchy leggings, and soft sweatshirts, each priced at $15 and up. By using certified organic fibers, the brand aims to keep the price low while offering a more sustainable option for kids' wardrobes. Shoppers can find the basics in the same retail spaces that carry the brand's regular fare, with clear signage marking the new sustainable range. Store employees are highlighting the cotton's softness and breathability, pointing out that the pieces are machine washable and built to last through a school year. Sean Mulvaney, GMNA News, Wildwood.
I'm Brooke Mancini. Thank you, Wildwood, for joining us on the local sunset. Tonight's look at the restored WWII Lookout Tower reminded us how our history stands strong. Keep an eye on the boardwalk as electric Volvo trams roll in. We'll be back tomorrow with more stories that matter to you. Good night.